Hey, I'm curious. Shutouts. Baseball pitchers who excelled in pitching a shutout in their career. Well, I wrote a book, Yearly Leaders of Every Pitching Category. In Chapter 4, I look at the top 5 baseball pitchers in history, leading the league in shutouts every decade, every season, from 1871 through 2025. This video, I want to look at the decade of 1910 through 1919. Ken Arzone talking baseball. I've got Thursday, July 30th, 2026. Top 5, 1910. Jack Coombs, 13 shutouts. Very good. Russ Ford, Walter Johnson, 8. Be first time for Walter Johnson. Why? Why is that significant? Because looking over his career, Walter Johnson had 110 career shutouts. And he made the top 5 pitching shutouts in a season. Top 5 pitchers. He did it 10 times. So 1910, he pitches 8 shutouts. Ed Walsh, 7. Al Mattern, 6. 1911, Pete Alexander, 7. Eddie Planks, Walter Johnson, Babe Adams, 6. Christy Mathewson, 5. Pete Alexander is significant too. He had 90 career shutouts. 1912 season, Smokey Joe Wood, 10 shutouts. Walter Johnson, 7. Ed Walsh, Marty O'Toole, Knapp Rucker, 6. 1913, Walter Johnson, 3rd year in a row. 1, 2, 3. His 4th year in a row. 11 shutouts. Pete Alexander, 9. Rev Russell, 8. Eddie Plank, 7. Cy Falkenberg, 6. 1914, Walter Johnson, 5th year in a row, top 5. 9 shutouts. Cy Falkenberg, 9. Jeff Tesreau, 8. Charlie Bender, 7. Dutch Leonard, 7. 1915, Pete Alexander, 12 shutouts. Dave Davenport, 10. Al Mannix, 8. Jeff Tesreau, 8. Walter Johnson, 7. Starting with 1910, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. His 6th consecutive season, making the top 5 in shutouts, Walter Johnson. 1916, Pete Alexander goes for 16 shutouts, a record. That is the most shutouts in one season by a pitcher. 16. Dave Davenport, 9. Al Mannix, 8. Jeff Tesreau, 6. Walter Johnson, 7th year in a row. Top 5. 6 shutouts. 1917, Stan Koviski, 9. Jim Bagby, 8. Pete Alexander, Walter Johnson, 8. Eddie Cicotti, 7. 1918, Walter Johnson, Hippie Vaughn, 8. Carl Mays, 8. Burleigh Grimes, 7. Bullet Joe Bush, 7. 1919, top 5. Pete Alexander, 9. Hod Eller, 7. Walter Johnson, 7. Babe Adams, 6. Eddie Cicotti, 5. So who stood out in this decade, 1910 through 1919? I got to count it. Walter Johnson went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times in the decade. Top 5. Pete Alexander, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times in the decade. Walter Johnson. I got to look at this again. 1910, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. 10 for 10, Walter Johnson. 10 years in the decade. I said 8. I correct myself. He had 10 top 5 finishes in this decade in shutouts. Is he the greatest pitcher of all time? Yes, he's the GOAT as far as pitchers. Walter Johnson. 10 for 10 in the decade. 110 career shutouts. And he makes the top 5 every year that decade. I missed a couple. Yeah. 1913 and 14. So he had 12 top 5 finishes, Walter Johnson. What a pitcher. You may ask, well, the hitters weren't very good that decade. I dispute that. You know who played in that decade? A guy named Ty Cobb, Nap Lajoie, George Sisler, Tris Speaker. Some of those guys played. They're Hall of Famers. You got other guys, Eddie Collins. All right, that covers the decade of 1910 through 1919. Walter Johnson dominates it. Next video, let's look at the 1920s. Shutouts. I'm out.